What's up, everybody? Another day of push and record and talking to y'all, and today I am married. It went down yesterday, and I guess this weekend series is gonna go for 4 videos because I just have to get out like this stuff while it's on my mind, talking about what went down this last night, this weekend, and just the whole wedding weekend for me, and now being a husband, a married man. It's kind of crazy. It's such a surreal feeling to have everybody under one roof just celebrating you, and everything happened amazingly. It was the most beautiful weekend. The wedding was the most beautiful wedding. It got a little hot during the ceremony. I was kind of sweating up there, but for multiple reasons, but it was still beautiful. I couldn't believe it. Like, the venue was awesome, our photographer was awesome, our videographer, our event coordinator, our wedding coordinator. Like, it was my wife, which I'll probably say a lot now, which is awesome. My wife. I'm gonna get pretty annoying about that right now because it's just so nice to say. And look at this hardware right here. Woo! I got bling now. It's gonna stay there. But yeah, I mean, the day started, and I mean, I obviously started it with making that video for you guys yesterday, and now I'm on my way back home. It's been a morning already, not a lot of rest. I lost my voice. I DJ'd my own wedding, which went great because I am a DJ. I'm great with music, and the technology now is just so wireless and stuff. Like, it worked out perfectly. I took like 45 minutes, had the microphone, was getting everybody going. It was awesome. So I got a little bit of rough voice today, but we're going home. We had to pack up the Airbnb, bunch of stuff, and now we got to go unload it. But we took the day off from work to kind of just decompress and get our lives straight and to get back to normal. Everybody's asking, like, where are you going for the honeymoon? What are you doing for the honeymoon? We actually decided to not do a honeymoon right now. We didn't want to plan things on top of plans and have to, be rushing into a honeymoon right after doing this. So we're going to take our time, recuperate, get our funds back up for some honeymoon action, probably later on within the next year. And just enjoy being married in our life. And I'm very excited about it. I can't explain like how happy everybody was, and all the compliments we got, and the speeches. Oh my goodness, like, just really nice things said about us, and crazy to see like the impact that you have on people's lives, like bringing everyone together to just love us. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's crazy because, especially me being such a, I don't want to say popular, but I know a lot of people. Like, I've had a lot of great relationships in my life where a wedding is pretty incredible because, you want to invite everybody, but you can't. And there's just like these cutoffs that you have to make at every like aspect, like who comes to the rehearsal dinner, families around, and it's like they want to see you. But everybody was really chill. Like, everybody knew their assignment. We all didn't, there was, a couple things that happened along the way, like any event will. But I think it was my brother or somebody was like, I was like, it's gonna be perfect. It's like, you don't want to go for perfect. And really what I meant by perfect is it's already perfect. Like, whatever happens will happen. And we put all the plans in place, so it was not much more that had to be done besides just hitting our marks, trying to make sure we were on time. Our wedding coordinator was incredible about being like, you have to be here. And I just really wanted to enjoy the day. So I'm not a big picture person, but that's a huge part of a wedding, is like getting all these pictures done, and a lot of family to get through, and people wanting their photos and stuff. So it's like, it's a lot of making sure everyone's covered. You got to get a little bit of time with everybody, hopefully. Otherwise, it's just nice to have people there. They hopefully know what weddings are like, so it's kind of like, you might not see the couple, but we're here to celebrate. You knew we were here. Here's your gift. We did something really cool, I think, that took a lot of effort, but I think it was worth it. And it was very us, which was, we wrote thank you cards to everyone, so when they sat down, they had something nice that we said about them. The problem is like I had a lot more people coming to the wedding for me, and just that I have a lot of friends, and it ended up being something where I had to write a lot of thank you cards. But it's kind of crazy writing those thank you cards, because you really think about your whole life and how these people have been, how you met, how they've been in your life, and the future. And I think that was very cool. Also, it helps because we don't really have to do thank you cards afterwards for all the gifts, because we already got all our thank yous out of the way. So that's pretty cool. We did something cool where, I've been really good at work about making websites and web pages and stuff. So I actually made our own app that put a find your table, upload photos, because we wanted everyone to take photos, and our registry. And it worked perfectly. It was a QR code. We had it everywhere. It made it easy for people to find their tables. Also a place where we got a bunch of photos throughout the weekend where people were just uploading their experiences, and we got to live that yesterday when we came home. And then also just last minute, like, people forgot to give gifts. The registry is right there. We decided to not do physical gifts. We were just like contribute to our house fund and our honeymoon fund, because we're already spending a lot of money on the wedding. We got a lot of help from our family and friends and stuff, but it's nice to recoup a lot of that to go towards like your next step. So that was awesome. I recommend that highly, because you don't need a lot of stuff. You really don't. You probably already have everything you need. Yeah, it'd be nice to get newer stuff, but then like get it yourself. And don't get it all at once, because all that stuff will be outdated. I remember like hearing someone be like, you don't want to get all your new stuff at one time. Like, you want to gradually get all new stuff so they're not all breaking down and all look outdated and stuff at one time. So I highly recommend it, especially, this channel, we talk a lot about money and stuff. It took some convincing to my fiance, my wife now, but it took a lot of convincing to be like, hey, I don't think we should have. And afterwards, she really appreciated it, because like now we have this cash to look at. Now it's just online. We still have cash that people brought in, cards and stuff, like mob style. It's a lot, man. So we're looking forward to, kind of having that. Some other things we did to cost save. I already mentioned me DJing my own wedding. There's really only like an hour that people might be dancing at your wedding with all this like ceremony and stuff. And we didn't really want to have it broken up like that, but it ended up being great. So we broke it down into like 5-6 playlists, and it was kind of like, it was actually 7 playlists out of 0. I numbered them on Spotify with the album cover 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it was like essentially pre-music while people are coming there, post like mocktail hour music, golden hour mingling music, taco truck when everyone's eating music, dance party music, and then like last couple songs. And it was so easy from my phone to go to Spotify. And then my wife's cousin's husband, he brought me his JBL speaker that has like wireless mics, and I just wirelessly had a speaker there the whole night that had lights on it, and it bumped. It could have been a little louder because we had fans going and stuff, but it worked great. And I could switch the song if I ever wanted to. I wanted to dance with my mom, so I quickly switched to Landslide, Fleetwood Mac, and it worked out perfectly. So we saved money with me DJing, and with that mic, I just kind of like was singing the songs with everybody, getting everybody up. It worked perfect. Another thing we did to cost save was one of my castmates' little sister. I noticed she was starting to take pictures like in high school and stuff. So I reached out to her. She had never done a wedding before, but her photos were really good, and I'm really good at seeing potential in people. So we asked her to do it. We paid her, of course, but like we got it at a discount because we presented it as like, take as many photos as you can to make inside of your portfolio. I knew she was going to go above and beyond so she could get more business. So it ended up not being a lot to get photos. And then I asked one of my homies if he would, be willing to come and film, and I was going to pay him too, but not like any of this was not wedding tax. Like, these are people willing to do the work, get some cash. Like, I'm talking about like $500-$600 per person and stuff like that. And paying like $1,000 for both of those things is unheard of for a wedding. So if you find somebody like young that's like in high school that hasn't done a wedding yet, but they're really into photography, and you see their work and you're like, I could see them. They're taking like, senior photos, and they're in meadows and stuff, and you're like, oh, I could see this being like a person that could take good wedding photos, especially if you're providing like examples of work that you want to do and stuff. Like, I think that's a huge way you can cost save, and it worked perfect for us. Maybe it's not the most professional or whatever, but I'm a photographer. I can edit my photos. I'm a videographer, so I can edit my own video. The videographer's not doing our video. Like, he just filmed it, and he had the cinema camera, so it looks awesome, but I'll edit my own wedding video, and I'm gonna cost save there. So so that was amazing, and it was awesome. The venue, was like 5,000-6,000 for, but it was the most beautiful venue. So all in all, there was moments where it got expensive at some points and stuff, but we made it manageable. I think this is excluding like the hardware, like the rings and stuff, and engagement rings and all that stuff. It probably came out to about like a little over 15. And I think that's pretty well, pretty good for having a wedding. I mean, I really didn't want to spend more than 10, but obviously when things start adding up and stuff, you're, you gotta do it. And luckily I had money saved up. I recommend not trying to get married if you have no money. Don't do that. If you have family that's gonna help out, that's one thing, but don't be putting weddings on credit cards. Like, I don't have anything owed to anybody today, and I'll tell you what, it's making me even happier being a wedding man, not being like, oh, I still got things to owe. I paid in cash for stuff. Family helped out on some things, and we worked within our means for this wedding. And luckily, because we've been prepping our lives in these situations, it ended up working out. Had some amazing speeches. Oh my God. I don't want this video to drag on and stuff, but like, it was such a wonderful night. Some things might have happened like that weren't on schedule and stuff, but it worked perfect. Like, I'm telling you, man. And I'll tell you what, the day after, I'm just glad it's over. I'm glad it went great. Everyone had a good time. Bunch of compliments on it. So, leave comments below if you have questions or want to, learn how to plan your wedding where it's not going to be something too crazy. I'm pretty good at this stuff. So, I hope you guys, find love, find the right one, and find, the best wedding you can do for your budget. Don't stress yourself out about a wedding. Don't try to impress people by spending more money. All the things you think you need, you probably don't. And, really just go hard on the things you can, being really resourceful with the people in your life, and trying to find deals, places where you can carve out, some money, because you don't want to be broke and just to be married, So I totally recommend planning out this wedding the right way. And today I'm very happy. I'm about to get home and unload all this stuff with my wife and start this new chapter of my life. And I'm gonna keep coming with these videos. I won't talk so much about marriage probably after this, but I'll still probably have a lot of good advice about love and all that, and money when it comes to it. So, and life as it comes to it. So thank you guys again for following along with this journey. We're gonna keep it going, and I love y'all. So thank you if you've made it this far in the video. You are awesome. This is who I do it for. You're the best. Leave a comment, let me know you made it this far in the video. Let me know what you think about all this wedding stuff we got done, and I will be updating you guys on my life. My name is Sai. I'm an actor, creative director, and daily YouTuber, and I help creatives like yourself take what you love and turn it into something real and make a life that actually works. So If you found value in this video, like it, subscribe, smash that thumbs up button, hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I drop new videos. Today is actually 2-year anniversary of me starting my job at Enjoy New Media. So life is good right now. We're doing a lot of great stuff. So if you want to join in on the momentum, join Creative Momentum. There's a link in the description for my school community. It's free, and I'm telling you, if you want to get to know me more or just join like this growth that I'm like on, this growth path, all you got to do is join and say hi, and you become my friend. And I'm not asking for anything but just community. So I'm looking for the next, like, you know, momentum creative person that wants to join and do great things with us. So hit that up in the description. And yeah, y'all, YouTube is popping up these videos on your screen suggesting you're gonna really like them, and I know you will. All right, guys, you're not behind. You're just getting started. So let's build this life on purpose. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.